we are now to celebrate the first Lenten Sunday, which speaks about the three temptations of Jesus, said or expressed, written through the Gospel of Luke. The Gospel speaks about providing material bread, seeking power, and to work miraculously or miracles. And these temptations represent how Jesus was misunderstood in the latter days to come by the Jewish people. They did continue to persuade in the same manner, just as Jesus had with the devil in the desert. We read in the Gospel of John chapter 6 verse 24, when people come to him asking for the miracles to do, and his reply was, "Truly I say to you, you come to me not because you have seen the miracles, but because of the bread you have eaten to the full." At another instance where he was tempted to be a political leader, in the Gospel again according to John, where Jesus realizes and he walks away into a deserted place to be alone, for they wanted him to be a king. You and I will have several temptations where people crown you, appreciate you, and honor you, and at times keep you in a place where their needs are met. Let us be cautious, like Jesus, who walked away and went to a deserted place, that is, to seek refuge in the Lord. At another instance we have where Pharisees and Sadducees come and ask him, insist him to test, to perform a miracle. That happens in the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 16, 1-4. Jesus, knowing their treacherous and evil intention, he shuns and replies that only an adulterous generation would ask for a sign. No sign shall be given to them except the sign of Jonah. And the final temptation would last and reaches its epic in the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus prays and offers and surrenders to God's will. In this Luke's passage, temptations are attributed to devil, and this devil or Satan was successful in misguiding the Israelites to see him as a provider and who does the miracles, who could be their ruler in the place of the Romans. Satan is indeed an adversary or a hinderer. Ironically, we see in the Gospel of Matthew where Jesus calls Peter Satan, who was to be the head of the church or the first pope. Satan could be in the church, in the leaders, our own companion, your own associate, your own friend, your own lover, your own family member, your own spouse, your own colleague or companion. Jesus had betrayers walking along with him, dining along with. Satan can intrude into your lives masked like an angel or your beloved. Pray for God's wisdom so that we may have the ability to choose rightly. We might be misled or have misconception about God and religion. That's where Satan might be successful. Do you see God and religion as a means for bread or survival, or to overcome your problems, or for a healing therapy, or to meet your physical and psychological ailments? Do you use the religion for success? Do you use the religion for your political and social structure or biases that we are struggling with? Do you see religion as a bundle of miracles to avoid or overcome difficulties? If so, let us be cautious. The devil might be playing better. Let us, like Jesus, be stern to reject every hindrance that makes you and I fall prey to power, to materials, and to be successful with no labor. Let us be stern to the temptations of using God and religion for power. We are to hunger for word of God and pray and seek knowledge and wisdom. Let us be directed to service of others and of the world, which would relate me to God better. Just as Jesus welcomed suffering in order to bring forth salvation and restoration of man's relation to God, let us invite and accept the suffering. Let us take the responsibility of working for the improvement of the world, just as Jesus surrendered and made the world free from sin. If this goal is ours, we would be making efforts just as Jesus successfully rejected every temptation that he came across, not just in the desert, but also amidst the people. We are not in the desert. We are with the people, and we are in the communities. We are in our workplaces. And how do you deal? Let us be a strong valor in the fight with evil, that is, with the world and people around us who can be masked as Satan. God bless you.